Hey everybody, let me talk in this video about something about how we could reach element in the collection. So let me just create a list of user name and password. So I will just create a new class. I will say login. I have some information about users. So this login will have two properties. So it has string user name in this way, and it has string for password. Okay. And I just have a constructor for this. So I say public. I want to just initialize these two properties. I say, okay, I'm doing initialize for the username, and also I will do initialize for the password. So yes, this is two properties I would like to do initialize for them. So to do initialize, I say, okay, this dot username, I call this username, and I have password. So I will say, okay, this dot password, I call password. Just simple class, two properties, I want to implement it. So I would declare a new class for implementation. So I would say user login info. I just have information, and also I implemented a public static just for create this method for me. So what I want to do array list of the login information. I say, okay, I would say I have array list in this way. Just make sure I click Control Alt Space array list of what's the enumerator should be login, class of login. I would say user login in this way. Oh, cool, for sure I'm doing a new instance of the array list. That's great. So I want to add information in this one. So I say, okay, I will say add. So what I will add a new instance from this class, new from login. So I will say, okay, because it take as a login. So I will say, okay, new instance, every row will be user info. Say, let me say username is Hussein and the password is 12345. Yes, this is basically. So you know what does that mean? We just directly create instance from the class. We just directly create a new instance from class login. So if you go here, login a new instance, and we initialize the value, because this array list take class of login. So let me just create for user at least. Okay, I would have Jenna, tab anyway, Leia. Oh, I don't know why always I'm using my kid's name. Okay, that's great. So yes, I have all this data in my user login. So how you move through this data? Let me use for each. You know for each is just I have for each, that means I have number of objects. I want to move through all these objects. I will use for each. I say for each in this way. Let me just click Control Space. You will see, hey, do you want to implement this method? Yes, I want to implement this method. See how what he told for me, what he told me? Say, okay, I will do this way for you. So what he will do, he just understand I just have only one object, so he directly understand what I mean by that. I mean, okay, for each logic or login as a login or single login, you could name it single login in this way, single login, and this single as an element of the user login. That means, okay, wait, single. I'm sure it's also this one wrong, but okay. So that's mean, okay, for every element in this list, iterate through them. So the single login first will select first element, then to be second element, then to be third, then to be fourth, because it's class of items. So now if I want to print them, I will say, okay, let me suppose user name is, I just add a plus user login dot, taking username, because this is the way. I'm just creating an instance of class, and that's why we use object-oriented programming. If you see how to make life easy, single dot password. So yes, I do iterating, and I move through element by element. See username, password, username, password, username, password. This is how we do for each. If you don't know for each before, so this is a new topic added. So if you don't have this one, you will use iterator, and iterators make your life is too complex. What I mean by iterator I mean use iterator. You say, okay, I want to iterate through this element. So I will say, okay, I will define iterator in this way. Iterator in this way. Which one of them? Iterator. Yes, I think this one. This one work. Yes. I will iterate through the class name. Well, the class type is login. So do iterator for Logan class, name it, for example, I. This one will iterate through this list. What the list name? User Logan dot iterator. That means, okay, give me first element in this list and add it here, and do iterator. Look like linked list. It will take first element, then go to next, 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 next. So how I move between the element, I will say, okay, while how is working? While I dot has next, there is element next. Okay, print this one for me. This way. You say, I just take this two line and I just print them. I say I'm doing iterator, so okay, iterator dot next. I will say not this line, sorry. I will say syso a dot next. Okay, just print the next element for me. If I just print it, see, if I go here for the iterator, if you just make it live easy for you, just saying message to see how iterator work and how for each work, so you could understand the output for different result. You say, okay, just save it. Here you go. I have here for each, seeing all the data. Here the iterator, seeing all the data. But you see, I have Logan name password. You could also do it item by item dot. You say, okay, dot name or dot password. So that's okay. So you could take this line off and say, okay, has next this way, single dot, but this one not single, this is I, and this is I. So I dot next element dot I dot next element dot, but I think there is something wrong. Let's hopefully see. Username, password, yes. Do you know what the problem here happened? Because has next, I'm looking for the next element. Then I'm looking for another next element, which is not correct. So it's better to do, okay, I'm doing object, name it Logan, and we'll say, let me say Logan, equal has next, or the next element. So I'm taking next element and I'm adding in the Logan. So now I could access to the Logan as username and Logan as password. So we're not having any problem. But if I say, hey, first element bring me next username, then next password. The problem that happened here, what he will do, he just bring me this username, then he move next, take this password. Then he move next, take this username, he move next, take this password. He did not do both of them because I'm saying next, I'm doing next. So it's better taking the older information for the next and add it down. Here we go. Now let me say what Lambda do for us. What Lambda do for us. So to work with Lambda, I will say, okay, I have this one, and I will say Lambda this way. I have false work. Lambda say, okay, you have element, and this is your element, user Logan. This is number of elements you have in the user Logan. So it's the easy way, say user Logan dot for each element in the user Logan. If say, hey, you're saying for each, that means you are doing iterator on the list. So what the iterator type that you will, or what the iterator name you will do it in this list. You say, okay, I'm doing a Logan. You could name it any name. Logan, let's say info. Then, okay, this is the iterator. So this is like the input parameter. So then what the output will be, you say, okay, iterator in this way. Let me say, okay, I will print syso. Then print it. Print user Logan for me. For example, this way. User Logan dot password. And yes, here is it. User Logan dot password, and here we done. For sure, you will not use this one. Yes. So now run it. See, I'm just taking all the information. So see how Lambda make life easy. Just that's mean there is already, what this line mean? For each mean there is interface. Name it for each. It is functional interface having single method, and this method takes single parameter, and the single parameter could return this data. So what does that mean? You say, okay, to make it easy, that means this is the single parameter that method take it. So make sure add it between two bracket, and this is what you will do with the data from that single parameter. You could do anything you would like. So you could say, okay, I'm taking all these line, I want to display them here. Instead, I having them Logan. So this is user Logan. So just to make you understand what for each mean. For each mean there is a method or there's interface or function interface having single method, taking single parameter, and we override by this code. You replace by this code. You see how I move it and I just get same data for Lambda. Yes, this is the basic thing I could show in this video. Thank you for watching and see you next.